Hi, I'm Steve Ziskowski, and today we are talking ReferralTopia. ReferralTopia is on March 9th this year, and I'm really excited to have Denise Roberts from Playing to Win Teams as one of our featured speakers. Denise, thanks so much for accepting our invitation to present. As a Caerusnet member, I know you're going to be really recognizable as a speaker, but there are a lot of folks that are going to be at ReferralTopia that aren't Caerusnet members that don't know who you are. So maybe you could just paint the picture for us briefly as to who you are and what you do.
Well, what I do is I am a facilitator who takes people and puts them in an environment that supports them, and we call them playing to win together teams. So it's where people typically, when they're striving, they're trying to paddle their own canoe and do it all by themselves. And what I have found is the answers are collectively inside the group, and we teach people how to row together. And when they do, they go further and faster. That's what I do.
And in knowing you now for a couple years, I recognize the collective wisdom you've gained through coaching. How long have you been doing it for, Denise?
Decades. We'll just say decades.
Well, I want to tell you, it doesn't show. Everybody that I talk to goes, I can't believe she's a day over 40. Give me a break. Everybody says that about you. So it's obviously you love what you do too, because when you love what you do, it fills you up and that shows.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to have you as a speaker at ReferralTopia this year. And we don't want to give away, of course, your entire presentation, but I do want to ask you if you wouldn't mind just giving us a little heads up as to what it is you're going to be sharing.
Well, we're going to talk about this emotional cycle of change that we all go through anytime we want to make, and this is the perfect time to talk about this, Steve. We just started a new year, so everybody's got New Year's resolutions, right? And I don't know if you know this, but there is National Quitters Day. And
I know that. Yep. What day is that?
It is the second Friday of the month of January, which in this year it'll be January 13th.
Oh, wow. Well,
yeah,
that's
because
I didn't know that.
What happens is we start off with these great ambitions. I'm going to fill in the blank. This is my year. And we start with this uninformed optimism, which is what you see in the first stage. And then we get into it and we go, wow, this is harder than I thought. You mean I can't eat the food I want to eat? You mean I got to go to the gym more often? My body hurts. And we move to stage 2, which is called informed pessimism. And we start to doubt our abilities to do this. Remember, we're still paddling by ourselves, trying to force ourselves to stay in the game. And left to our own devices, most of us fall into the third stage, which is called the valley of despair. And if we don't manage this, we will we'll find something else to do. I joined a new Caerusnet group. I'm going to get my business is going to be 90% referrals. Yay, this is great. And then I join and I meet a few people and I do a few trust builders and the business isn't flowing to me. What? This isn't working. What's wrong with this, right?
But so I put my quarters into the machine.
Yeah, why? It's not happening, right? So I do more trust builders, but I usually come from a sense of desperation. What can you give me?
Oh,
what can you give me versus what can I give you?
Yes.
And so what we do is we will go through stages 1, 2, 3. And if we don't manage this or find a supportive way around this, what we will do is probably say, you know what, this isn't working, quit and go find something else. Join the chamber, go to something other group, join a referral group or whatever that I have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for.
And the one thing in common with all of those choices is the person making them.
Yes. That's the common denominator, right? Right. So if we don't manage this, we will just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What we do, yes. What we do and what you do is we help support them to get this, as someone referred to this as a slide, is to keep the momentum and get them up here to the informed optimism. Because once everybody's going to face adversity. Every football team, everybody does. Even Michigan that went 13-0 lost the big game, right? So everybody faces adversity at some time or another, but it's now, how do we take that? We move up here. And that's what's so wonderful about the group, because it is supportive. And when someone's going down, someone else is up, and they help bring them around with them. So, and then ultimately we get to our success. So
Yeah.
that's what we do.
And you shared this this graph with me earlier last year, and it really stuck with me. I mean, just to see something like that on a chart, and to see so many people over the last 15 years that I've been doing Caerusnet, I fully got that, like when you first explained it to me. And I'm really excited that our audience is going to have a really deep understanding of that as well. Please tell me, you might have a couple tools and the things
Of
that
course.
people might be able to do to get them out of that valley of despair and on their way to prosperity.
I do. Do you want to hear them now, or do you want me to keep them in my back pocket?
Oh,
for
we're
our
keeping
session?
those in the back pocket. Those are for
Got it.
ReferralTopia attendees only.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right. Well, Denise, I'm excited to have you at ReferralTopia this year and looking forward to your presentation. Thanks so much for joining us today and giving the audience that preview.